Hi, everybody. This is Addison Shonland. It is March the 8th. My guest today is Oleg Evdokimov, who is a Russian-based, as in right now, speaking with us today. He is in Russia. He's an aviation expert. Oleg, obviously, you can only say what you can say, but and let's keep it safe for you. What is the current situation with commercial aviation in Russia?
Well, if I like how it was organized before, I would not say that it's collapsing. It's, in my opinion, it's just restructure. It's a good chance to restructure the past model, which was definitely nonsense from economical point of view. In Russia, you know, there is Aeroflot, the major carrier. There was Pobeda, low-cost airline, and also big airline Russia, and some small private airlines. But one of them is really important, is Azimuth, because it was based on a Russian plane. And now there is, let's say, rumors, because it's not confirmed, it's not official, rumors that Aeroflot, Pobeda, and Russia will be back in one company. They will be combined together, but nothing is confirmed, and there is rumors, maybe not even rumors, that the chief of Pobeda, Mr. Kalmykov, prefer not to participate in what goes on now, and he left his position. And also not confirmed that Polo Boyarinov, who is the CEO of Aeroflot, also left his position. So it's absolutely unsure what will be the outcome of this new union, let's say so. Most important, of course, that Russia stopped flying abroad today. The only options to fly abroad is superjets and some planes which are owned by Russian airlines, and they cannot be confiscated. But because of Boeing and Airbus decision not to support any further, no control on the safety, no spares, so it's quite risky. Superjets can fly freely, and we have a lot of spares, but on another hand, there is a plant which makes some production of new superjets, and it also needs the spares. So the situation with spares is unclear. And so it's not sure if the production will go forward or some spares will be kept to keep existing planes fully operational.
If we look at the fleet now, the Airbus fleet and the Boeing fleet, are they going to be flying, or will they stay parked, in your view?
No, some of them will definitely fly inside of Russia, especially those who are property of Russian airlines, which was purchased by Russian banks or companies or GTLK. But 550 which are leased, this is complicated situation. I believe it's the best solution for Russia is to return those planes, and to get back deposits. But in each particular lessor, it's a different approach. I know a little bit about few situations, and there is no common decision how to proceed with it. What is absolutely sure for me that wide body planes are absolutely useless in this situation. Boeing 777, Russia have 5 airlines which use this plane, And when you fly long distance with Boeing 777, it's okay, but you cannot fly inside of Russia. It's maybe very few limited number of routes, and you don't need much fleet for this. Just 5-10 planes would be more than enough. But also Aeroflot have Airbus 359, several units, and also quite a lot of Airbus 330.
Where do you think, well, you're saying that they should be returned, but it's unclear how that process works, right?
Unclear about deposits. If the lessors allowed to return deposits or they're not allowed, this is not sure. Because those planes, few planes, which was arrested already abroad, I never heard that lessors returned deposits to the airline. And this is quite a point. Each plane can be $1 million deposit. I mean, wide body plane easily can be like that. So it's for airlines, it's important amount of money, especially in crisis. So I had suggested to several airlines to negotiate with the owners peacefully to return those planes. Also, what we do ourselves, we do remarketing. I make a list of companies which might be interested in those 777, and it's about 20 airlines. And so as soon as Russian airlines confirm that they are ready for such remarketing, we will push it forward to make it mild. So without additional useless conflict.
Right.
And you know, when you need to fly, let's say from Moscow to Vladivostok, of course, there is three options. You can fly with one 777 direct. You can fly with one full stop with a superjet. Or you can just use neighbor countries like Uzbekistan. You can fly Moscow, Tashkent, Vladivostok, and maybe it's not convenient, but you know, it's always the way to move from one point to another point, and this is most important. And you probably know that regional flights in Russia was all on the donations. And now I believe Russia don't have money to make all these donations, and so all these, in my opinion, useless flights will be cancelled. There should not be flights with donation. Subsidies is a wrong way, in my opinion, especially if you use it in such tremendous amounts like it happened in Russia.
Oleg, have the prices of airfares gone up in the last week?
On some routes, yes, dramatically. For example, Moscow, Istanbul, absolutely tremendous jump. Moscow, Belgrade also. But on the route like Moscow to Tashkent, nothing happened, same prices.
And
because
what are the airlines in Russia paying per liter now for, or per ton for fuel? Is it gone up too?
Well, yes, because oil prices up. Definitely, it's same story here. But there is no announcement about the price, exact price. It's a sort of a secret. But when we look on the prices, we don't feel it. I don't know why. Maybe it's not enough time from the moment when all this happens. Maybe later they will increase prices. But what we should remember that prices is in rubles. And rubles devaluation is about 1.8 times already. So when it was, let's say, 5,000 rubles, it was $60. Now it's 35. So maybe airlines will increase prices in rubles, but also in such situation, traveling starts to be a bit more risky, and less people maybe will fly. There was tremendous traffic abroad, especially in the first days. A lot of Russians left Russia to nearby countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Armenia, even Georgia. 20,000 people left to Georgia. And so what should be done is simple. It should be supported several hubs like Yerevan, Tashkent, maybe Osh, and Superjet should fly from different Russian cities to these hubs. And from these hubs, you can fly to Asia. Asia now is the main destination for, let's say, vacation. Let's call it vacation. And definitely smart managers in such airlines, they will set up additional flights, and even us, we are ready to help them and to support them with in such ideas. So we're in touch with many of them.
What does the traffic numbers look like, the flow of traffic? You said it jumped up in the first days. What's it look like now?
For example, Turkish Airlines flying between Istanbul and Moscow 6 or 7 times a day. And on some flights, they're using wide body instead of narrow body. Same story with Air Serbia. They use now A330 on the route from Belgrade to Moscow. No statistic published, so it's hard to say.
Sure.
Just a feeling that people really live in country, especially after announcement of potential threat of nuclear strikes. If something might happen like this in Europe, it's better to be on Bali, at least.
Right.
Maybe Mars even better in this situation. But any situation like Chernobyl, it's known that it's better to be as far as possible from the place.
Sure. And the mood in the commercial aviation sector must be very difficult right now.
Russian airlines probably, but those who had superjets like Azimut, they should not worry. They will have much better business. Because now it's the only option to go abroad. They don't have competition on international flights. No Aeroflot, nothing. Yeah. If someone want to invest in aviation now, this is recommendation number 1, to buy Azimut. This, you can double your investment in 1 month.
How much, when we could talk about the Superjet, obviously there are European parts in the engine. How long does a Superjet go before it needs to have replacement parts from France, from Safran?
There is a warehouse in Zhukovsky, and there is spares for 150 million euros there. I don't know if it was additional extraordinary purchase before all this started. Seems not. Because Russia started suddenly, it was absolutely unprepared. Even money from central bank was 50% was abroad. So no one took money back to Russia. no preparation, nothing. I don't know. It's hard to understand. And I believe similar story with the spares.
Right.
Nobody really, really prepared for this situation, for these sanctions. Yeah, we shall see, because definitely we'll hope that it will finish somehow.
Okay.
But so far, I didn't heard anything serious on this matter from politicians.
So of course it's we are in very uncertain times. How long can the status quo right now, as we speak, how long can the airlines in Russia maintain where they are right now? 6 months, a year?
They don't need much flights. Most of flights of Aeroflot not needed now. So long time. I think 3 years easily.
And what happens to all the people that they have to? Are they letting them go?
So many people lost jobs now in Russia. Tremendous amount of people, because so many productions closed. Not only in aviation. For example, cars. All cars plants closed. Many others. So many companies left Russia and stop making business in Russia. So all those people are lost their jobs. In aviation will be similar. For example, Boeing 777, all pilots will definitely lose the jobs. Narrow body a bit better, maybe, but still 800 planes out. It's quite a blow. Fortunately, pilots can work everywhere. So, and
But can they
for
get
sure,
can they get out of the country?
in the moment, yes, no problem. But you never know. Maybe tomorrow it will be closed. Who knows? Yeah.
Well,
But to close the country is another level. I'm not sure that
Oleg,
it's easy.
I understand that you obviously have to be very careful. I have to be careful with my questions, and you have to be careful with your answers. If you try and look in a crystal ball, where do you think this ends up? How long does this take before the madness stops?
It's a lot depends on correct approach from both sides. If I'm able to talk to decision makers, I can explain them what to do and how to finish it as quick as possible. But you know, the communication is not easy. You cannot just call Mr. Putin and explain him this and that should be done. I can do it in aviation sector. I can support. But if in political approach, it's not easy. You need some special relationship in advance.
Right.
Same story with Mr. Biden, who definitely have a chance to be more active, to stop it, to prevent more deaths. It's very important to be active, because otherwise the situation can become worse and worse and worse, and you cannot wait. You cannot wait what will happen. You need to be active.
What level of news are you getting from the, shall we say, the situation? Is there lots of information, or do you think it's one-sided?
No, it's a lot of information. It's even funny how the people discuss the real war on internet and Telegram channels. This is first time in the history, I believe, something like that. And it's a lot of information, and from Ukrainian side also, and it's so much fighting in Telegram channels between different parties.
Right.
Yes. What we can see that there is no quick outcome, and that the shooting become more terrible and more civil deaths now. There is less deaths inside of military troops, but civil people are suffering more and more.
There are so many questions. There are so many questions I want to ask you, but I cannot, for fear of repercussions. Anyway, so I guess we probably, you've said what you can say. I obviously wish you to stay safe and healthy, and hopefully we can talk soon.
Yes, thank you very much. I will do my best. I have some plans, and definitely I would like it finished. And I hope that all involved in this conflict, they will find that they need to negotiate, not to shoot each other, but to meet and to negotiate. And I will try anyway to be a little bit more influence on the political side, but it's not so simple. Even if you know a solution or have suggestions, it's not easy to push your ideas. Even harder than normally with aviation.
All right, Oleg, thank you so much.
You're most welcome.